Unfortunate, the heads of the household are not here. They're in India, or worse, on the ship. Ugh, take that red lipstick off her lips. I don't have to love it. I really don't. And I won't. I'm telling you, there is a strikeout. But when I really think about it and engage the left hemisphere of my brain, I'm like, that shit was stupid. I haven't done this in a very long time. Oh my god. Pretty sure my tripod is not acting wonky donkey. Oh, it is acting wonky donkey. I want you to stay. Just stay in that location and we'll be good. Okay, guys. Hi. welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time. I moved. I'm in a new place now, and I also started an accelerated nursing program that's absolutely been kicking my butt, but we're surviving. I'm like a fourth of the way through, which is exciting and terrifying. That's the reason why I couldn't really get the last episode out, but I really wanted to complete the last episode that I had pending for Bridgerton season 3. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna react and give like my final-ish thoughts on the whole thing. So let's just get started. Okay, it's literally been months, which is like very insane of me, but sorry guys, I was preoccupied. If you know anything about an accelerated nursing program, it's intense. The amount of information thrown at you, it's the last episode I'm reacting to 6 months later. Pissed off Colin.
Fitfully.
Of course he did. Okay, I do want to say, even though the whole anger part from Colin is kind of annoying to see, I totally get why he's angry. Like, it's justified that he's livid about this thing and she's been keeping this thing and they were, you know, fully getting married and just the whole baggage. Did I just say baggage? What am I, Canadian? No. Just the whole baggage. Why can't I say it? Just the whole baggage that he's, you know, having to confront with this whole whistle down thing. It's insane. It's a lot on a person.
In the drawing room.
Blow up, right? She's like, you might want to meet her right now.
Cressida.
Cressida.
Good morning. To pay me double the Queen's reward, so that I might set up my life.
Okay, girl. I love how they incorporated the whistle down theme in the background. That was kind of genius, I will say. What's his name? Chris Bowers. You deserve all the flowers. I just love the music in the show. It's just so good. I like the fact that she doesn't want to be dishonest with Colin anymore. She is like, okay, no more lies. I am being fully transparent with them. And that's really good. That's growth, and that's great to see from Penelope. And her mom's anger is also justified because we all know this woman has been through the ringer. Like, she has suffered a lot just to keep her family afloat, and this whole time she could have had no money issues because Whistledown has been her daughter all along. But I still think she took it really well, but that could just be that they have an 8-episode count, so they just need to wrap it up and speed things along. It's really interesting to see how quickly she forgets her, and she's like, yeah, you're not gonna listen to me, so we'll just do what you think is right. Also, Pen's outfit is kind of a sleigh. Too bad Colin could have gotten a piece of that. Alas. Okay, I'm just gonna skip forward this part. I'm not interested. I'm pretty sure they had to like make this chess set, you know, from scratch. It's really cool. You know, the set designs, the very little details that they have in the show is very admirable. I like the scene, even though I sped forward through it. I like the way it's structured. Like, they're playing chess and they're also talking about staying in the game. Like, the connection between that, it goes really well, so that's good writing. I know I just praised the music, but I feel like they should have changed the music in the background, make it like more, maybe like substitute it with something more intense, because I don't know, it just kind of sounds like goofy A little bit. Like, it sounds very hee hee ha ha, goofy S vibes. It just doesn't make you feel the stakes that are at play. But that's just my opinion. Take it with a pinch of salt. You know, I'm not in showbiz, so I don't know jack shit. I'm just putting my opinion out there.
Bugs!
The bugs. Franny looks so pretty.
There is still going to be a wedding.
Oh my god, she has
She's only
PTSD.
back home.
She's like another kid of mine with a special license. God help me. Ugh, sad boy.
How are you?
No, well.
Trying not to think about yesterday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that ring on his finger looks so good. Sorry, I had to take a moment to appreciate it. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Wonderful. So glad to see the whole of Mayfair seem to know before your own mother.
Not up to you what we do. If Miss Cowper
He's
spreads...
so pissed off at her, but he's like, I hate you right now, but I'm still gonna try and fix this, because I still kind of love you. God damn it.
blackmailing my wife.
Wife guy.
I can pay her.
You have made that higher sum.
Slightly more, if we're being honest.
I love that. She's like, it's actually a little more.
Bring her to see this course of action is ruinous for everyone.
I do
involved.
not
It
want
is
to
the
see
only
that
way
scene
forward.
again. That scene was painful when he went to confront Cressida. That is the bane of my existence. I hate that scene so much. I'm gonna fast forward through this. Just thank you very much.
It's a Bridgerton.
Oh no, the scene.
Lady
The
Cowper.
scene. Oof, oof.
I was hoping to have a moment when I'm off on my travels.
Poor Mr. Bridgerton.
The way he's like trying to find a commonality with her, but still failing epically.
Seeing the great sights of the world,
Exactly.
as only a man can do.
Yes.
You sound like Eloise.
You sound as if you're jealous of her.
Honestly, to me, it doesn't really come off as jealous. It kind of comes off as annoyance with like the taunt. It doesn't really exactly translate as jealousy. They just needed to like cook it a little bit and maybe like make it a little bit more obvious. But to me, it's not reading as jealousy. I don't know. That could just be me.
Your father will welcome you back to London when all this passes. A family's love is enduring.
It's a bad way.
Miss Cowper, you will not be...
Perhaps I am not asking for enough from you.
And in that moment, he knew he fucked up. I really don't like the scene. The way it makes Colin seem like this person who doesn't have awareness. Like the way he says a family's love is enduring. He's clearly just thinking about it from his point of view. And he has like a blind spot to his privilege. Even though his family did not contact him while he was off in his travels, at the end of the day, they still love him. That's not the same for Cressida, which sucks. And honestly, it's not the same for Penelope either. So the fact that he's generalizing that a family's love is enduring, it's not wholly true. I don't know. I get it. Like the whole point of the scene was to have him like, you know, it like kind of this whole situation with Penelope triggers his like savior complex thing that he has going on, and he's trying to fix it. And so I get that his arc is gonna be him getting humbled and having to take a backseat, and you know, him kind of acknowledging the fact that he can't really save everything, and sometimes he has to like trust other people to get things done, and he can't always like be the one to like save the day. But I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't make for good television, in my humble opinion. I didn't like what they did with Colin this year. Like, I love Luke Newton. I think he is a very capable actor, but I just don't like the material that was given to him. And your opinion can be different from mine. You could appreciate the content they gave to him and totally see the value in it. You know, we're all entitled to our opinion. So you could like it, I could dislike it, and we could still love the show at the end of the day. And I hope that's okay.
Small creatures with many legs.
Surely you are owed, as you spent...
I love how she's so like enamored by butterflies, but this whole time we don't really know that she's talking about butterflies. She's like, bugs. Oh, the best seats are
My
back.
sisters will be content.
Befriending was tinged with just the tiniest bit of petting.
I'm afraid I have failed. And she wants double now. I have made everything worse.
They shouldn't have done this with Colin. Oh my god. This didn't happen in the books either. Like, why? Oh, did it? No. I don't think so. I can't remember. Someone please confirm or deny in the comment section. But why did they make it do this? It's just... Ugh. And especially after the fact that not a whole lot of people were excited about this season. I was definitely on that boat when they announced that POLIN were gonna lead season 3 instead of Benedict. I was like, what have you guys done? As we got closer to the season, I genuinely got excited. I was like, okay, this could totally like pop off. I mean, I still enjoyed the season, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. I had my highlights, the carrot scene being on top of that list. Yeah, what they did with Colin, especially like after all the backlash, especially Luke Newton got, you should have given him more material. That's gonna be like the recurring theme. Every time I get frustrated, I'm just gonna revert back to this point. Let's just keep watching, guys.
So very grateful for all your counsel.
Okay, I do like how she handled it, and especially like that shot of Colin, like, because he's like in a very angry state with her, especially even after he colossally fucked up. She's still like, thank you for your guidance and whatnot, and he kind of realizes that, okay, she's not mad at me even if I made a big ass whoopsie. She still loves me. There were just too many scenes of this. Okay, I will admit they're very attractive people, but like we didn't have to see them make out like every 5 seconds. Okay, this is like scene number 2 of them having a threesome. I think there's the third one too. Third one's a strikeout. I have to say though, that green velvet dress that Lady Danbury's wearing, it looks so good on her. It looks so regal. Like whoever did her costuming, I'm pretty sure it's the same team that did everyone else's costuming, but I really liked her. That complements her really well. What can I say? She is a legend. She is an icon. She knows how to dress very, very well.
But with time, it grows on one.
It's still hard.
She talks a lot in metaphors, I just noticed, because earlier with the chess thing and now with the alcohol, I guess it really fits her because she is a very wise person.
After all, it is not as though I ask your permission.
She's like, we're really going there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the way her eyes soften. Atuendo, you are a phenomenal actor. Absolutely phenomenal. In hindsight, when I think about her argument with Marcus, I'm like, that is literally a silly, goofy reason to be holding a grudge against your brother into your adulthood. But her acting, like, had me gooped, had me gagged, and I was like, yeah, totally. You should have held a grudge with him. Like, that was awful. But when I really think about it and engage the left hemisphere of my brain, I'm like, that shit was stupid, but her acting is just that good. This is really sweet. Wait, are they using the music from Queen Charlotte? Or am I just imagining things? That's sweet. And the shot of this, okay, genius. I love it. Even though we'll talk about this later, but even though I did not entirely love what they did with Lady D in Queen Charlotte, that scene was really touching. Let's deal with what's on the screen now. I'm telling you, there is a strikeout. Ooh, I love this scene. It was so angsty. It looks so good. Puffy shirt. That's the definition of hungry eyes.
I only need a blanket for the settee.
Sure you do. I was kind of disappointed. Okay, not kind of. Well, not sugarcoat it. I was really disappointed when I first saw the scene. I was like, why didn't you guys do something? But yeah, in hindsight, I'm like, this felt right. Like, I like the angstiness. Now that I have matured 6 months since the last time I saw this scene, I'm like, okay, I think this was the right call. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think it was the right call. Oof, that snatched waist. I know it looks really pretty, but that must have really, like, cut off her breathing and circulation. Like, that looks great, but also looks painful. And this man in the white shirt. They should have done like a voice-over thing of them like talking, you know, us getting to see a little bit more of where in the letters. They could have like really highlighted how beautiful their friendship is and how strong their bond is, and also kind of hinted at like little romantic, like bantery undertones in the letters. Honestly, if they ever like made a book of just like their letters, I think I would be first in line to go buy that because I eat that shit up. But I feel like writing, since they're both writers, that's like low-key their love language, expressing themselves through writing. At least in Penelope's part, she's not very good at expressing herself entirely until like she fully came into her own this season and like grew that confidence. Yeah, they could have also like shown us how she's witty and like Whistle Down by like letting us listen to the writing that was in those letters. They just plain out told us at the end. And you know, show don't tell, that's a cardinal sin of cinema. Like, why did you do this? I get it, they have like a constraint on time, but if I had to chop out certain storylines, I actually would have taken Violet and Marcus's like the whole love story. I would have booted that out the screen because we could have done that with Violet at a later season. Like, what else are you gonna do with her later? There are like so many other siblings whose love stories are yet to go on screen. We could have like left that off later. I still like it, don't get me wrong. I think her and Marcus are cute, but if I could have chopped that out and like put in more Polin scenes, I would have done so. But I don't know, just like spitballing here. I'm gonna speed through this because I'm not interested.
You inherited from your aunt Petunia.
Eloise comes here and like gets a free snack.
Is your money the money cousin Jack took from the ton?
Oof, Cousin Jack. Hate Cousin Jack. No hate or shade to the actor. Like, I want to maintain that. He was just doing his job, but the whole thing of a character like Cousin Jack to be there in season 2, I did not love it. And so many other people on the internet did not love it either. It was just a horrible call from the season 2 writers. I am judging you, but like, it's just my opinion. I'm just gonna like pat it every time. I'm gonna like come off as rough and then just like soften the blow and be like, it's just my opinion. I'm probably gonna have to stop the recording and like go to therapy and then come back and like re-record and then I have to go to work. Anyways, you guys don't care. I'm just gonna move on.
Colin.
Myself.
Oh, from whom?
They look so much alike. Like, it's actually insane. The casting for the show goes insane. Like, I have to give you guys props. You guys slay every single time. Like, even with like the casting of Sophie and her family, I cannot believe you guys got Cho Chang from Harry Potter. Like, slay.
But I've overlooked you for so long.
I love that she acknowledges that. It's so beautiful to see that she is seeing things for the first time, I think ever, from Penelope's point of view, and she's really trying to understand what kind of forced her daughter into a corner and made her do something as drastic as writing a column where she is like verbally almost attacking people. Well, there is anger there, but there is also understanding. It's really nice to see that side from Portia.
Perhaps we are more alike than I care to admit.
I don't know if I'm wrong there, but I feel like Nicola kind of changed her voice, because if you guys have seen that video where she talks about how she changed her voice every season, like season 1 she was like baby-ish, season 2 she's a little more of a woman but not entirely, and season 3 is when she truly comes to her own as a woman and she like changes her voice accordingly. I feel like in this scene she's kind of reverting back to I think the season 2 version of herself, because she's with her mom. I could be entirely wrong, but I feel like that's what I'm hearing. And if that's so, very good acting. Nicola, you need your accolades for this scene. That also comes with that she got better material compared to Luke. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep harping on that point. They did Luke so dirty. Both the Lukes, they both got the short end of the stick. I want to go here someday. Like, I want to go and see this place like with my own eyeballs. Like, I really want to go to England and see this place before I die. And just like the seismic impact it has had on my life. I know I'm like a nobody on the internet, but I love the show so much. Like, a part of me is like, I kind of hate the fact that we have to wait 2 years every single time to get one single season with 8 episodes. But honestly, another part of me is kind of happy that I will have still a considerable amount of time to like enjoy the show and be excited about the show and like wait for the show. This is something that Claudia Jessie has said, like she will be in shambles when the show ends. That is gonna be me. That is gonna be me. Like I do not want the show to end. Like this is the one show that I'm okay with Netflix like milking it for its value. Like make all the spin-offs. I'll be sad with my camera recording and reacting to all these episodes. Like I am gonna be devastated when this ends. I truly have that fangirl bug for this show. Even at times when I'm like mad about the writing, I cannot deny the fact that I love the show a lot. I'm grateful to exist in a timeline where the show exists. I truly am. Also, that wedding dress, slay. That looks so good and it feels very Franny too.
Far away.
Anthony and Kate are headed for India.
Yes, but your husband...
Again, at the time when I saw the scene, I was like, okay, sweet. They're gonna go to India. Anthony's gonna see her culture. He's gonna embrace it and make it his own and it's gonna be sweet. But now that I've again engaged the left hemisphere of my brain and thought about it logically, I'm like, that doesn't fucking make sense that he would put his Prager wife on a boat and do a months-long journey with her Praggers. That doesn't fucking make sense, but it's whatever. Also, Anthony, as like the character that he is, would never miss Franny's wedding. Like, they're kind of insane they did that. Anyway, let's move on. Also, the details on both of their hair, amazing. Like sometimes, well, most of the time, I do get a little complainy with like the direction to go with like the costumes and the hair, but the scene, both of their outfits and both of their hair and like everything slay.
But there is beauty in the slow approach.
How can they have lines like these and then completely do a full reversal of that at the end? It's just boggles my mind. I don't know why they took this direction with it.
Till your dying breath.
That was so on the nose. Till your dang breath. You guys are evil for that. Evil. They could have done everything that they did and just taken out that part. Taken out that part and like throw it away. I have no qualms about them like having a lesbian love story. Like I completely on board. It could absolutely be a slay if they do things right. I have a little bit of a trust issue thing with the writer's room, but I hate this scene because it like completely like throws a freaking boulder in everything that they have worked on developing in terms of the love story between Fran and John. It completely cheapens everything and I hate it. I hate it.
Feel I should greet Mrs. Mondrich.
I kind of find it funny that she hasn't done it already. They probably like came in and greeted everyone in the room, didn't they? So the placement of this dialogue is like, huh? Okay guys, I think I'm gonna stop it right here and pick it back up after I'm done with therapy. I do want to journal a little bit so I make the most out of my therapy session. Yes, I'm pro therapy. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just, whoa. There's something wrong with all of us, honestly. But yeah, this is just like a weekly standing appointment. I'll be right back after it. Okay, hi guys. I'm back from my appointment. Yeah, let's just get right back on track, shall we?
Stand by me. Hold me.
Okay, I kind of get Colin's predicament. He is at his core an acts of service girly. So the fact that she's like, no, you don't have to do all of this, you just have to be you. He's like, but that's how I love people. Like, god damn it. I get it, but I still fucking hate his arc. Like, you humbled this man to filth with the whole Cressida scene. It's not my favorite, but let's move on.
What is that restrains you?
I don't get this part. What is it that restrains you? Like, you know it's Whistledown. That's like the big looming giant elephant in the room. Like, I did not understand why she said that because we all know what the deal is. So yeah, that was like a weird line to me.
With this secret,
Exactly.
there will always be something between us.
I know.
Yes. Okay, no. Okay, this shot of her, I love. Someone on the internet said she was survey face. It looks so good.
I have received a letter from your wife.
Okay, I did not like the fact that she wrote letters. Like, I get it. Like, she's a writer. This is like her best means of communication, I guess, because she loves power of the written word. Like, that's like her whole thing as Lady Whistledown. But I'd rather have her like go and have like a face-to-face, at least with Violet. I know with the Queen, like getting an audience with the Queen is like much harder because she is the freaking Queen of England. Like, it's gonna be harder. But with her mother-in-law, with Violet, I kind of wish she did the courtesy of like, maybe they still could have done the letter, but like after the letter, she would like go and talk to Violet with like Colin and like the entire family. And I really feel like Kanthony should have been there too for like all of this. But I get it with like Johnny and Simone's schedule, so maybe could have made that happen. But it kind of sucks because they're like the leads of the family. They're not there. I feel like this should have been like a whole family moment, like the Featherington family and the Bridgerton family come together and they come up with a game plan, because I think that's what they did in the book. They had like the whole reveal and everyone was a part of it. Even like Daphne and Simon were like in on it. Yeah, this show is about family. Like, I get it. Whistledown is an integral part of it, and it feels very true to her nature to like write something and communicate her viewpoints in the form of a letter. Like, I get it. It makes sense. It checks out. But this show is about family. So I would have opted for like everyone working together and like coming up with a game plan. Yeah, I was like, I didn't want Penelope to like, I get it, accountability on her part, doing it on her own, but still like the show is called Bridgerton. I love it because of the family aspect. The fact that they're kind of like honing in on just one character, like calling the shots. Like, sure, she could still call the shots on her own. She could have like discussed it with other people before going and like taking accountability all or not. All on her own. Again, I'm just gonna say that's just my viewpoint. Don't come after me. The girlies were on display there. She got money. And another thing, I feel like they had her hair down way too much. I would have rather have them like experiment with like the updos, like at least like the half updo. Like, Nicola is so beautiful. Like, you didn't have to have her hair down for all of the scenes, and it doesn't make sense because I feel like it starts contradicting everything that we have set up in season 1 and season 2. I understand that this is not, you know, actual regency representation in this show, but if you have set up some boundaries already in the show, you're kind of breaking everything in season 3, and I do not love that. Anyway, it's like not really a big concern. I do really like her hair accessories. I'll give you that. Carly is like, oh, you ballin', girl.
The house is far too warm.
You're right, sister. It is my wife's doing.
You call that warm? Okay. She's like literally the only girly pop color in that house. Oh my gosh. Imagine this with Sophie next season. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I'm not certain that Sirius is what I want.
Oh. Wait till season 4, dude. Yeah, season 4 is gonna be a complete reversal. It's gonna be, the turntables for this man, because he's gonna be crying, screaming, and throwing up for something with Sophie. And Sophie's gonna be like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Class difference. If I had to like redo Benedict's art, I would have put this whole storyline in season 2 just because it made sense, because he did seem like bi-curious after he met artists in season 1, which honestly I would have brought back the artist instead of bringing in, what's his name? Paul? Yeah, the really gorgeous man he was into. Yeah, instead of Paul, I would have brought back the artist and then have him be bi-curious and do all this sex capades in season 2, because that would feel like more of a natural progression for Benedict, and then have him do like his art school stuff in season 3 and still like keep exploring, you know, the different facets of his personality and continue to be bi-curious, because I feel like the way season 2 ended for Benedict just made sense to be like the springboard into his season. That's what I think would have made more sense. But the fact that he over here is like, I don't want to close up anymore, I want to embrace my openness, and then go into next season and like lock it down with Sophie, it just feels like night and day. and it doesn't feel like a natural progression of a story. Or maybe it is, like this is like the starting spot, and then like he finds the love of his life and he's like, yeah, I want to lock it down now. But I feel like maybe I'm being a little selfish, but I like my version better. And I really like the artist in season 1. I feel like him and Benedict would have had more chemistry just because they have like that element of history too, and he's the one who kind of introduced Benedict to the idea of having a relationship with the man. I don't think he and Paul really had the chemistry. It was very like, oh, he's eye candy. Maybe there's something there, and he like goes from there. So like exploring that relationship. I feel like it would have been more emotionally impactful had he kind of explored that avenue with the artist. I think I just really like the artist from season 1. I just thought like their banter together just had like more of that natural sauce, like that magic sauce, that chemistry. Him and Paul, not so much. Like I was freaking skipping through their scenes with Tilly, but well, what's done is done, right? Can't really do much about it. That doesn't make me any less excited for season 4. Like I cannot wait. Just don't fuck it up, Bridgerton. Don't fuck it up. Oh, the swing. The swings were back here. I love how every season, like the last episode, they have like a swing scene. I think it's the last episode in every season, and I love that it's like a recurring thing now. It'll be really, ooh, imagine if like season 5 is Eloise. I might be wrong because they did have a lot of development. Franny's story, and you can tell Franny is like a favorite. A lot of people on Beyonce's internet has talked to the Just Brownell favors Franny, and Shonda favors Penelope. That's why they get like a lot of like chunky good material with a lot of substance. Imagine like if season 5 is Eloise, like having a scene like that where we're at the swings be the last scene before we progress into season 5, where it's gonna be Eloise's story. I think like this is just my cinematic universe that I'm constructing here, but I think this will be like a really nice scene. Like this will be like they're passing on the baton scene. I don't know, I really like that idea. I'm gonna be honest, I was not very invested in Eloise's storyline just because I really didn't like her book, but I'm really intrigued to see what Claudia Jessie does in her season, so I'm definitely gonna tune in. Like I love the show despite all my many qualms. I still love the shows. Yeah, I can't wait to see her take on the leading role. Like I'm really excited to see what Claudia Jessie does in her season.
Yeah. I think I'm properly done with all of that.
Okay, I really want her to be like one of the heroines who has like some amount of sex education before she locks it down with Philip. I feel like this is like a great springboard into that, because then she's gonna go to Scotland. Hopefully she'll meet someone there and, you know, maybe start something romantic. I feel like Eloise just seems like the appropriate character to have some experience under her belt before she gets into the whole marriage thing. And I feel like it's going to be very progressive and very appropriate for Eloise. And it will be really refreshing to see someone who's not like fully like, I don't know what's happening when she is being intimate with Philip.
Feels right now that the next thing I might learn may change me entirely.
I have absolutely no idea what you were talking about.
He doesn't either. He doesn't know what's gonna hit him next season. I'm gonna have to wait 2 years to see these two on a swing set again. It looks so campy. That looks really pretty. It's all CGI.
What is...
Okay, I have to say, even though some time has passed, I still don't like the red lipstick. It's just not doing it for me. Absolutely not. They could have like left that red lipstick out because the outfit itself is a lot. Like it's like true Featherington fashion, very campy. You know, it goes along with the theme, but like my taste in aesthetics is not like meeting this. And the red lipstick was just too much. This cover, slay, slay. I love Lights by Ellie Goulding. It sounds so good on strings. We're gonna get the card shot. Yeah, this was such a good detail, like showing like that card shot, because a lot of work I bet goes into like designing those cards, and they make it look so beautiful. Like I love that they, you know, have a little shot of that. Alice is always looking amazing. The queen is here.
Hello.
Okay, I kind of don't like the fact that the Bridgertons knew about it and the Featherington families, well, namely her sisters, had no idea. Which I guess in a way is great because like you can see realization dawn on them when they're like hearing it for the first time here. But I don't know, I didn't like the fact that she kept it from its sisters. Like I feel like she should have done like a whole discussion with our family and the Bridgertons together, but whatever.
One always has worth.
I kind of see how this ties back to the moment where he like completely fucked it up with Cressida and just made the situation like a zillion times worse. I get it. Colin was feeling worthless and really defeated by the outcome of that situation, but Penelope is reaffirming to him that doesn't make you worthless. I still see value in you and love you regardless of the outcome, which is nice. I don't have to love it. I really don't. And I won't. I'm sorry, that came out really sassy. This is not like me.
What is life without a little gossip?
The stakes are so abysmally low. I remember when I first watched it, I was like, okay, great. The episode is almost over. They're gonna put a pretty little bow on this moment and call it a day, which is exactly what they did. I saw it coming from 2,000 miles away. It feels a little unsatisfying because it's 3 seasons of build-up of this queen just really wanting to know who Whistledown is and then letting her off scot-free. I wanted her to make Penelope work for it a little bit. I know she did say that we're gonna be watching, and that's gonna be an interesting dynamic to explore next season. I don't know what it's gonna look like for Lady Whistledown. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they proceed with the whole narrative of Lady Whistledown and what her role is gonna be like. Is she gonna have like more collaborative scenes with the Queen? I really don't know how they're gonna go about it. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see. But then again, I kind of want them to retire Lady Whistledown of it all. I feel like I want them to focus a little bit more on the romance aspect because that's what really reels all of us in. I really wanted them to like draw a line in the sand for Lady Whistledown. Sure, like it's like a nice intriguing supplementary plotline to the season. It keeps that drama levels on board, but I'm just not very invested in it. Like, I am here to see the couples. So yeah, but they're definitely gonna keep Lady Whistledown on the show. It is gonna be interesting to see how things proceed from here. It must be really hard bending down in those corsets. She got off scot-free for the most part. No, I love this moment.
The bugs!
Butterflies everywhere. Oh, pretty. I kind of wish they were all like different colors. But then again, that's too much to ask for from the CG team. Like, I think I'll keep my mouth shut. You guys did great though. This is a really pretty shot.
I look forward to your next edition.
Okay, this is like so sad to me that they didn't fully flesh out the whole Lady Danbury Penelope dynamic that we had in the book. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I would have put Violet romance in the back burner and have other things to fill up that time, because we could have focused more on Lady D helping Penelope out. And I feel like that would have been really nice because we have seen her kind of take up that mentor role with Simon, and I really love those scenes with Simon where Lady D is like helping him kind of find his voice and helping him kind of recover and work through his stutter. Like, I feel like that same role would have been a lot more on point with someone like Penelope, because Lady D had her own arc. Like, she wasn't like this fierce person that we know her now as. Like, she definitely had to get some work done to get to that level, and she could have helped Pen navigate through that, and it's kind of sad that we didn't get to see that. I appreciate the nod that we get in this little moment, but I'm sad we didn't get it. And it would have made more sense for her to kind of like confirm her suspicion of Pen being Whistledown in that way by like through the whole process of helping her out, she kind of like figures it out and it like starts to like click for her for sure that, oh, this girl is Whistledown. That would have made more sense instead of like this random line in here where she's like, oh, I suspected. How did he know? Like, where was the groundwork for that? Like, I get it, like, Lady Danbury is smart and she can definitely figure it out, but I would have rather liked to see it, you know, instead of this random line at the end. But like, I suspected. Show me the work for it, bruh. Show me the math. The math is not mapping.
Time for us to do better.
I love this. That's really good. Their moments together, Portia and Penelope, like, so good.
Good evening.
Is she standing on a little step thing? Because their height is not as drastic. I feel like Nicola is standing on a little platform. That's so cute.
Thank you for your letter. I do not believe I've seen your mother so
Why
quickly
did it
shocked.
have to be a letter?
So quickly impressed.
So quickly impressed. That's so un-Violet. I just, like, no. I feel like Violet would have had crazy trust issues because I think she, like, really liked Penelope the whole time she was friends with Eloise. Like, to see this side of Penelope, like, if I were Violet, I'd be like, how was you this entire time? Like, I'm low-key a little concerned. And now that you're a part of the family, I'm extra concerned. The fact that Violet was, like, quickly impressed, I'm like, I don't buy it, but it's fine. We gotta wrap things up, right? 8 episode count. They should really expand it, like maybe even like make it a 9 episode thing. I'm pretty sure Netflix can make the budget for it. Like, this is like one of their biggest shows. They could give it extra like breathing room because it just feels very congested right now. And if they can't do it, shave down on certain storylines. Like I've said, I would have definitely taken out the romance between Violet and Marcus and maybe, you know, kept it on the shelf until like later seasons because I still like it. It's just that right now didn't feel like the appropriate time for it. I don't know what they have in mind for those characters, and they have like plans of connecting it to like the Bridgerton love stories that are gonna come down the line. I don't know what plans they have. Maybe that's why they decided to introduce it right now. And also the progression with Franny's story. I would have halted that, or at least given Franny and John some breathing room before introducing Michaela. But I don't know. I felt like they jammed a lot of Franny's story in this season. Like, she had a lot of screen time if you think about it. Like, they developed her more as a character and made me understand like her motivations a lot more than Colin, which is insane to me because when you start watching an episode, you see the title intro and everything, it says Colin Bridgerton. Like, we need to have enough time for us to really understand Colin's psychology, the frame of mindset he's operating from. You really have to dig deep to understand his motivations, which is, it's okay, but they should have like made his intentions more clear. They did that for Simon, they did that for Anthony, they did that for George. They did not do it for this man, and that's like my biggest complaint with the season. Like, they did not make his intentions explicit. It was a lot of like facial acting from Luke Meaden where he had to piece together what he's thinking about from his micro expressions, which he did a really good job, but the general audience are not gonna get it. And this is something that isn't my idea. This is something I heard from Sammy Bates, which if you like Bridgerton content, I'm sure you've seen her videos. They are absolutely stellar. So much thought goes into it. Like, she's absolutely amazing. One of my favorite creators on YouTube right now when it comes to Bridgerton content. And she had this idea where she suggested using his journals to like communicate his thoughts and feelings, which I thought was such a brilliant idea, and I don't know why they didn't utilize that. Why didn't you let us into his thought process? And knowing that these two characters like communicate best through the written word, it would have been amazing to like see into his headspace through his writing, because we know that's like the purest form of Colin. There is another thing, I don't think I've talked about this, but she has, by she I mean Penelope, she has talked a lot about seeing Colin's writing, and I think she's mentioned it 3 times. She has mentioned it at the what was it, the celestial kind of ball, I think it was moon themed or something, where she's like flirting with all these gentlemen before they find out that, oh, Colin is helping her. But there she's mentioned wanting to see Colin's journals. After their first time being intimate, she mentions that she wants to see his writing. There was another time, oh, there was another ball, I think this was the Modridge's ball, where she also says that she wants to see his writing. And we have like 3 different moments where she insists on seeing his writing, and we never get to see them like actually come together and look at his work. We don't actually get to see it. We just get like the final epilogue moment where they tell us, oh, Penelope helped him write and helped him, I think, edit or whatnot. The fact that you have 3 different moments where Penelope is like, I want to see you writing, I want to see you writing, and we never get to actually see them do that on screen pisses me off a little bit. Why would you mention it 3 different times and not show it? Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's like complete the episode.
That was bloody brilliant.
He did a really good job at delivering those lines.
I think in truth,
you are a gem.
I've been envious of you and soak up even a little bit of your light.
I love that. Because this episode is called Into the Light, and he's saying soaking up light, like, nice connection. Take that red lipstick off her lips. It's just, like, this is such a beautiful, heartful moment, and every time they cut to Penelope, I'm like, those freaking red lips, bro. This was such a bad call. Like, I get it, like, it has to be campy because there's a Featherington ball, but this was too much. She is half Featherington, half Bridgerton now. She should have embraced a little bit of that Bridgerton-ness. Anyway, I don't think anyone cares about that besides me, but the red lips are irritating.
This is Bridgerton.
Oh, sweet. This is a really nice shot. But they didn't have that one line where he's like, I will love you. You know, it's like, it was all over TikTok for a hot second. I love you. I love you with all of my being. I love you for the children we'll have, blah, blah, blah. These were lines Colin had from the book. That was just so powerful and sweet. I really wish they had like worked that in, because that would have been such a beautiful love declaration. I love how like shy Violet is. Like, that's cute. That is Luke and Nicola. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. They're planting that seed of like her and Philip, and she's just looking at them kind of longingly.
The truth is power.
She is so charismatic. Like, she literally had like 2 lines, and her delivery is so good. I just don't like how this came to be. Like, this was not a good introduction. The way Franny is like fumbling over her words, it was a little too much. They could have like eased us into it and just given Franny and John like enough time to really solidify their love story before progressing with Michaela, and like introduce her maybe next season, because I don't know when they plan on bringing Franny on and like having her season, but I just like her reaction. She's like dumbfounded. This like cheapens John and Franny's story. Like, she is the one person that should have had 2 great loves in her life. I'm absolutely okay with her falling in love twice in her life, but not at the same time where the timelines are clashing. Over here, she kind of seems like she's emotionally cheating on John. I don't like that. I'm so excited about their season with Fran and Michaela. My only request is give me all the Chapel Roan. Like, if you guys don't cover Chapel Roan in her season, we're gonna have a problem. This expression was overshadowed by those nails. Like, oh my god. Why did you guys have to have those nails? I don't mind like her having like nails and like, no. I do mind. Never mind. Like, don't make it the focal point of the shot. Cressida. It sucks what happened to her. I did not like her arc. Like, I don't really love her so much as a character, but I did not love what they did.
A masquerade ball.
I cannot wait to see the masquerade ball.
I'll be there, hiding out behind a mask.
Masquerade.
Avoiding a...
Sorry, I kind of went British over there. Can't wait for it. It's Sophie. Favorite besties are back on track. They went a little too heavy on her makeup here. It's just, sometimes they really did too much, and I'm like, can we revert back to season 1 and season 2? Like, the makeup was so natural and like beautiful. This show had this whole like less is more approach, but this season they went like balls to the wall. Let's do full glam, and given that we've, you know, set expectations a certain way for season 1 and season 2, going into season 3 and them like changing up so much, it was just a lot at the same time, you know? Like, they could have like gradually like increased it, or they could have like dialed it up for like the Featherington ball. Like, I get it, because, you know, they have a different like fashion approach. They would have like dressed differently, done their makeup differently, but okay, fine, I get it. Pen is a Featherington, so she will dress a certain way, but too much. She is such a beautiful, aesthetically looking person. Like, why are we doing too much with her? Unfortunate, the heads of the household are not here. They're in India, or worse, on the ship. I love how that baby is like already half her size.
Yes?
It's his hair!
I love how Finch is just snoozing. Okay, and we're done. That is actually insane. Gosh darn it. That's the end of it, guys. That's the end of the episode. I'm just gonna try to wrap this up as fast as possible because I do have to be at work. Literally, I'm trying to do math here. 17 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this up as fast as possible. But yeah, it is actually... I've turned my light out because I need to wrap this up ASAP. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about the whole lady whistle down. Well, actually no, not that part. Of Pen like having a baby so fast, because I don't know, I kind of envisioned like Colin taking her along with this travel so he doesn't feel lonely. Sorry, I'm not looking. I should probably look at the camera, but yeah, it's just, yeah, I would have preferred them like going out and having their adventures before like fully settling down, but you know, they had to like win the baby race, so they keep that set of the Featherington house. But overall, I did enjoy the season. I think I've said everything I had to say. Like, I don't think I can really come up with any like other like unique things to say because I'm making this video so late into the game. Like, I've probably heard like echoes of my own opinions in like other creator videos, and just I don't think I have more to add to it, honestly. If I really feel like adding more to it and like really going into what I think they did not do so well, especially with Colin's character, maybe I'll make another video, but don't hold your hopes up for this. It's actually a miracle I'm doing this video after all this time. Yeah, I started school back in January, so.
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Things are about to get crazy again in the wonderful world of nursing school, but I want to thank you guys for being patient and watching. I really appreciate all of you for watching and supporting me. Like, it's been amazing that I have a very, very small, but a little corner of the internet where I can just yap about Bridgerton, and I have other people who love the show just as much as I do coming here and like watching my videos, and we can all like constructively like share our opinions. That makes me really happy, and I just want to say I appreciate everyone who watches my videos and lets me yap, like gives me the space to like talk about the things I love and the things that I don't love, but ultimately we all know I really love this show. I'm just glad to find people on the internet who like match my energy there, and I want to thank every one of you for like coming along for the ride. I love you all so much. Please take care of yourselves and don't sweat the small stuff. Bye. I have to go get ready for work in, oh my god, in 5 minutes. Okay, bye. Bye.